Hello everybody, this is Tony D in Galveston, Texas. Can you guess what we will be making today? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make Lomi Lomi Salmon. Right there is a tomato, and we're going to be cutting the tomato with the onion, salmon, and green onions, salt. Can you guess what we are making today? Give me a thumbs up on my YouTube channel and subscribe and leave a comment if you like this video. Right now in the video here I am getting some water. I'm going to place it down onto the counter, and right now there is some salmon that I will be cutting up in this video that you're about to see. Now the reason I'm doing a narration on this video is because when I was recording this video, I didn't have the audio to the voice in the background, so you are going to hear a narration video. Okay, can you guess what I'm making? With tomato, green onion, white onion, salt, and water, and tomatoes. There's the onion. Now I'm going to cut the onion very carefully, slicing each piece. And in this video, as I'm cutting the onion, I'm going to be cutting it into little bite-sized pieces, all diced up. Right now, I'm going to peel the onion, as you can see in this video. Placing the skin on the side and cutting down the onion down till in the middle, and carefully I'm going to take the skin off. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start cutting everything. Now in Hawaii, in the video, as I'm grabbing the onion, I'm taking the knife and I'm going to cut the onion, dicing it up very carefully. And as you can see, that's what I'm doing in this video right now. Right now, as I'm adjusting the camera so you can see every single step that I'm doing in this video. Now there's a cutting board right there, and what I'm doing right now is I'm taking the onion and I'm carefully grabbing the onion and keeping my fingers away not to cut myself. Now what I'm doing right now, I'm dicing the onion, little bite-sized pieces, and I'm going to be placing that in that bowl right there in the picture to the side. Now as I cut the onion here, I'm going to be cutting the whole onion in little bite-sized pieces and putting it into separate containers in this video. As you can see, there's the onions already diced up. So now I'm placing that onion on the side, and I'm going to grab the onions and I'm going to rinse that off in the water, and then I'm going to carefully dice the onions up into small bite-sized pieces as I did with the white onions. Now you can also use Maui onion or white onion, whatever onion you choose for flavor. Now I'm going to be cutting the onion into bite-sized pieces small enough to be mixed together. Now in Hawaii, we eat this traditionally with lau lau, poi, and some other kind of Hawaiian dishes that all go together in Hawaiian food. Now the bottom part of the onions can also be planted and grown, which I will be doing in the next video. So now I'm going to put that on the side. Now I'm going to take another container and I'm going to be putting the onions in a separate container like I did with the white onions, as you can see in the picture. All your onions that you cut in this dish should look like this. Okay? Now, if you're wondering what the word lomi means, in Hawaii, the word lomi means to mix. Mix is the Hawaiian word for lomi. We're going to lomi the salmon. Now, I'm cutting the tomato into bite-sized pieces, all diced up, and will be put into a separate container. And right now, there's a salmon that we got from Walmart for $6, and I am cutting the salmon up right now into bite-sized pieces, all diced, and this will be put into a separate container as well. Now the onions and all the ingredients you see here must be carefully cut precisely, then put together one ingredient at a time. Now I'm going to take this salmon right here, as you can see on a chopping board. I'm going to be putting that into a separate container as well. And this is how the salmon should look. So I'm going to take this right now. I'm going to scoop that and put it into a container. Now you got to be careful when you cut this because you don't want to get hurt. So lomi means mix, as I'm explaining to you in the video. That's the Hawaiian word for mix. Now, right now, I'm going to take the rest of the onion and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to chop it all up and dice it into bite-sized pieces, all diced. As you can see. Now, the reason I keep my fingers that way in the video is to prevent myself from getting cut. And that is a safe way of preparing food. Now, thing with Hawaiian food that you got to remember in Hawaii, a lot of our food we prepare by hand with our hands. So we keep our hands clean whenever we're preparing food. So a lot of our food we prepare by hand with our hands. All right. So right now in the video, I also have my phone to the side of my computer because I was also doing a Facebook Live explaining to my audience on my Facebook page um, at what I am doing in the video. So right now I am placing the rest of the onions in the same container that I put the onions previously, as you saw. So right now I'm basically explaining on my phone that's the side of the monitor um, to my audience. So right now, as you can see, um, I'm explaining to my Facebook audience on the side. So now I'm placing that into the container, as you can see, um, and I will be putting that on the side, and I will be mixing all the ingredients together. Now another key ingredient that you need to put in here into this Hawaiian dish is you need to have some water and some salt. Now in Hawaii we have a type of red salt that we call lye salt, and we call that Hawaiian salt. Now in some stores you can find the red salt. Now there's the onions already diced. Now I'm going to mix all that together when all the ingredients is carefully cut. Now there's a tomato, and I'm dicing the tomato up. The rest of the tomato that will be placed together in the salmon mixture. Now once I get all the tomatoes already cut, I will be keeping my hands safely, like you saw in the video, away from the knife so I don't cut myself. All right? So as you can see, I'm carefully cutting all the tomatoes small enough to mix together. Now as I cut each ingredient, I always make it a point to wash the cutting board and the knife. Anything you use to cut meat or vegetables should always be carefully washed and sanitized if needed. So now I'm placing the tomatoes in the bowl with the tomatoes. Okay, and there you go. Those are the onions. Those are the salmon. And you saw the white onion. Now I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna go rinse the board off and wash all the board out. Now I'm bringing it back. I'm gonna wash the knife, keep the knife clean. Now I will be grabbing a piece of salmon. This is the second piece of salmon that I will be cutting up and placing into the bowl with the salmon in the red dish that you just saw that I was holding. Okay, and I'm turning the knife the other way to dice the pieces of the salmon. Okay, so now there's the white onions, and I'm going to mix everything together. So I'm mixing the onions in a separate container. Okay, now I'm going to mix the green onions together. Then I'm taking the tomatoes. I'm going to mix that together. Now I'm going to grab the salmon, but before I do that, I'm going to lomi the mixture together. So right now, with my hands, I'm mixing the tomatoes, the green onions, and the white onions all together with my hands. The Hawaiian word for mix is lomi. L-O-M-I-O. L-O-M-I-O. Lomi. So now I'm going to take the salmon and I'm going to repeat the procedure. I'm going to use my hands again and I'm going to lomi the mixture together. Mixing. Now once I mix everything together, you're going to see what it looks like. And I'm also going to add some salt to this. So right now I'm mixing everything together to make sure it all goes in, right? And I've already added some salt in there. Okay, now right there I'm adding some water into the mixture. I'm going to wash my hands again, okay? And I will be adding some salt. This is kosher salt. It's a white salt which we had purchased at the ABC store in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a white kosher salt that it's actually sea salt that I will be putting in this mixture, which gives it a good strong flavor with the sea salt. You can use sea salt or whatever salt you choose as long as it's edible salt. So we mix that together, giving the salmon, the onions a fishy, salty flavor along with the water. The reason we add water together in a mixture is so that all the ingredients will mix and the salt will melt into the Lomi Lomi salmon mixture that you're seeing right now. So I'm mixing all Lomi Lomi mixture in this video that you are now watching. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you like this segment on making Hawaiian Lomi Lomi salmon. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and drop a comment on my YouTube channel. And I hope you enjoy future videos.